Hi, Amanda.
Hey, Amanda.
Hey,
On
Amanda.
Facebook, everybody.
Pew, 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 pew.
Pod stuff first.
Pew, 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 pew. I say pew, pew, pew. Sama ada aku cetan di sini.
Okay, everyone, hello. We are tuning in live. If everyone that's a SSM member could just go into Telegram chat and let people know they need to get on. We are getting ready to get started. Hey, guys. Hey, everybody. I'm so happy to be here this evening. We are actually going to be going over some things that's been on my mind and things I want to discuss within the industry. And I think that this is important because those who are here for the first time need to hear this, okay? I'm one of those people, I love to talk about the things that are going on, but not only that, how to fix them, because there's a lot of things that's going on in the industry that a lot of people don't want to talk about, because they're tough topics, right? Sometimes we don't want to deal with the tough topics, but we need to, they need to be addressed. It reminds me of like the elephant in the room, right? The elephant in the room. Everybody can see it, but nobody wanna touch it. Like, just act like it's not there, but it's there. It's definitely there, right? So for those that don't know, my name is Amanda Ray. I've been in the industry since 2015. And the reason why I decided to take this leap of faith is because I wanted to have time freedom. Not only that, I was interested in knowing how other people were making money online. I was just like, that's really doing this. I want to be one of those people to do this, right? And one of the things that I didn't realize, just a second, unrealistic expectations. It was like one of those things where I really didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know why certain things needed to happen, because there's a lot of things in the space that you just really don't understand when you first get into business. But guess what? I was willing to learn and it paid off. In 2016, I had a mentor that actually started teaching me the ropes of the online space, what to do, what not to do, what to focus on, what not to focus on. And I'm going to discuss some of those things today because I think that it's really important to know and understand why most people are failing and why you may be one of those people, right? And not only that, we're going to also discuss how not to be one of those people, because just how there's certain habits that we have that we realize we have these habits and we can be going down the wrong road. There's also ways to fix those habits and not to have those as habits anymore. So as an example, if you are a person that smokes cigarettes, right? You know that it's not good for your health, but you can also make the changes to better yourself and not be that person. The same thing is within the online space. It's like, once you know, you can actually make the adjustments that you need in order to be the leader within the industry. It just takes some time, consistency, and knowing exactly what to do. So some of the things that's happening in the industry, right, is that a lot of people are jumping into a ton of opportunities not knowing what to do, and then feeling like they're being scammed because they don't receive the help that they need, or they don't understand the platform that they've gotten into. That was me. In the beginning, I joined some opportunities that were really good, and then I joined some opportunities that were no good. And at the time, I didn't know what was right and what was wrong because everything looked good. I didn't know what to look for. That's the problem with most people. They get into something, they see something, it looks really good, but then next week they see something else and that looks really good as well. At this point, you cannot differentiate which is really good and which one isn't. You really don't know. And that's one of the issues. Then a lot of times people get into opportunities and they don't want to take the time to understand and learn what they purchased. So most of these affiliate marketing opportunities or opportunities that you get into online, they're selling you a digital product. That digital product is going to help you to learn how to master marketing. Not only that, the great thing about it is that it's going to allow you to earn money without you having to come up with your own product, which is really the hard part. There's two hard parts. There's really two. Coming up with the product, right? Or having the product that works. The second part is getting traffic to that product so that that product converts into money. Those are the two most difficult parts in the industry. Let me tell you what can go wrong, right? Because there's so many things that could go wrong. But there's also so many things that can go right, right? So the first thing we're going to discuss is what can go wrong. You get into opportunity, and then down the line, you realize that that's not the right opportunity. Why? The owner took off, the program shut their doors. You got into the opportunity and it didn't give you all of the information that you needed in order for you to be successful, right? Or if that doesn't happen, the other thing that happens is you get into opportunity. It's a great opportunity, but you do not know how to get traffic to that opportunity in order for it to convert into money. It never turns into anything. So now it becomes a huge hobby. You no longer have a business or something that generates income. It's just a hobby. Because if you cannot get people to pull out their card to purchase, you don't have a product. You don't have a business. So these are the things that happen. And then what we realize is that a year from now, 2 years from now, 6 months from now, we're in another opportunity with the same exact problem. Now, what normally happens? The average person never gets off of the hamster wheel, which means they keep doing this for years and years and years to come. Now, let me tell you one of the life-changing moments for me. One of the life-changing moments for me. I decided to get off of the hamster wheel. Now, for me, it only took a year for me to realize something wasn't right. Now, you don't always have to know what's not right, right? We don't always know, like, what are we missing, right? I knew that I was in a bad situation because 25 programs and in debt, something wasn't right. And I realized it and I said, I'm getting off of the hamster wheel. Now, what do I need to do different? I really didn't know. But I said, you know what? I'm not going to think too much about it. Somebody's going to find me, or I'm going to find somebody and they're going to tell me what to do. Because the people that I was reaching out to, they were giving me little bits and pieces, but it didn't make sense. It still wasn't allowing me to put everything together to make money. So when did things change for me? Mentorship. I had a mentor that was willing to educate me about the online space so that when I started to get back into the swing of things, everything was clear, black and white. There were no gray areas. A lot of us right now that are in other opportunities or working other opportunities, we have a lot of gray areas. We don't know why we're doing some certain things. We don't understand why some things work and other things don't. We don't understand why we're not making money or why isn't it consistent, or even how to get there. Those are called the gray areas. Once those gray areas start to become black and white, you can start to put the pieces of the puzzle together. And that's what I realized in 2016. I had too many gray areas, and because of that, I wasn't producing an income. So in 2016, when I started mentorship, I was actually able to reach out to somebody and they were actually able to tell me what I was doing wrong. And not only that, how to do things the right way. The other thing that I loved about the mentorship is that I really started to have realistic expectations. So what does that mean? I wasn't relying on sponsors anymore, and I wasn't worrying about what other people were doing. I gave myself realistic goals. I said, you know what? I'm going to go in and I'm not going to look at making money for the next 6 months. I'm going to just work on the business. That's it. As I start to work on the business will come. The money will come. And I said, that's all I'm going to do, because my mentor told me to do that. Someone that was that's been in the business for over 30 years, that was a multiple six-figure earner. Most people come into the industry, and as soon as they're not making money within their first 30 to 60 days, they are breaking down. The reason why that's happening is because mentally, the mindset that we have is that we go in, we work, and we get paid in a week to 2 weeks. But with a business, it's much different. We can't get into something and actually start getting results right away when you're building something from the ground up, from scratch. It's almost as if you are putting seeds down to plant a tree and you're looking for leaves the next day. It's never going to happen, right? It goes through a process. You put the seeds down, you get the roots, then you get the trunk, you get all of this stuff happening, but it's a little bit at a time. So we have to look at business the same way. We have to put and adapt certain habits that allows us to start to see results, and realize that it's not going to happen overnight, no matter what program it is. There's so many people that are out here, they're like, I'm not looking to sell anything, right? They don't want to sell anything. I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to convince somebody to buy something from me. That's fine. You don't have to convince anyone if you have the right product and you know how to market properly. Just like McDonald's don't have to convince you to come there if you want a cheeseburger. They don't convince you. They're not trying to sell you one person at a time. They have certain tactics that they use that automatically get you in the door. That's why it's a multi-million, billion-dollar industry, right? The fast food chain. So when you learn these skill sets and you're able to apply them, you don't have to worry about chasing people. You'll have people just coming to you, and that's what you want. So what we have to do is we have to change our mindset, but not only that, the form of marketing, what we were taught, and learning something new. Because every time just because somebody teach you something don't mean it's the right thing. That's what I've learned. Being in high school, junior high school, in elementary school, and then going to college, I realized that a lot of the stuff that I learned, and I realize it now, I didn't really need it, right? It didn't do anything for me, a lot of the stuff that I learned. All right, I learned about Christopher Columbus and how he came over and the Native Americans. That's not helping me to make money, right? We are taught certain things that just in our world, this is the things that we learn. Do we need all of it? Absolutely not. What I love is that we get to choose what parts we need in order to survive, right? And a lot of it, unfortunately, we don't learn in school. As an example, we don't learn credit. Nobody talks about credit, debit, and building your credit and ruining your credit and mastering credit in school. They don't teach you about entrepreneurship. They don't teach you any of that, how to build your own business. They don't teach you how, if there's something that you're really good at, to start really working on it, because it could help you to earn a full-time income. We don't learn this stuff, right? As an example, there's people that are in school, that are in elementary and junior high school, and they love music, and they can become producers and musicians and all of this stuff. No one says, okay, let me take that kid and teach them more of that in school so that they can master that skill set, right? So I'm starting to learn these things now as an adult, that yes, everything that we learn, we're not going to use it, and it's not going to work for us to become the best that we can be as adults. We just don't. We learn history, science, English, math, gym, right? As much as I learned gym, it didn't keep me from being obese as an adult. Because in gym, I didn't learn about calorie intake, right? How many calories I should be taking, and that I should be working out every day so I'm not huge, overweight, and have a heart problem in my 40s, right? We don't learn that in school. So the reason why I'm giving you all of these examples is that you need to know that you're going to learn some things that you don't need, and then you're going to learn some things that you really need. And what SSM does is it allows you to learn things that you need and throw everything else out the window. Because a lot of us, we're being bombarded with information that's not making any sense. We don't know how to use it, or it just doesn't work for the way that we learn things, right? We just can't apply it to what we're used to learning. The skill set, it just doesn't make sense. As an example, being able to build out a funnel, right? And you're just starting in the online marketing space. It's just not going to work. It's not that simple. So what we have to do is we have to now change our mindsets, but we have to be willing to trust someone. And that's another thing. I realize in the industry, a lot of times people don't trust they don't trust the process. They don't trust the program, the owner, whatever it is, because they've been burnt so many times, or they're not for sure if this is something that they really want to do. So let me go back to another thing. When that happens, you are still a hamster on a wheel, because you'll always be open to looking at other things, more opportunities, and not really learning the skill set in order to build a business. And that's what I realized back in 2015, is that I didn't trust any program long enough to stay with one thing. And that's why I was failing over and over and over again. I didn't trust any of them because everything started looking the same. Sponsors continued to take off, and I wasn't getting any results. So what do? I go online the next day and I'm looking for something else. I go on my next, every time somebody came to me with something else, I was paying for it. So then now you spend thousands and hundreds and thousands of dollars and you have nothing to show for it. Not only that, let me talk about another thing. And this has been heavy on my mind. This has just been like, and I'm like, I'm going to get all of this off my chest in this meeting because I need to, okay? All the people out there that are self-sabotage, they're just looking for a way to make you to be the bad guy or make the program out to be the bad guy, right? We have a lot of those. They can't wait. They can't wait for the moment to say, I told you so. They're always just looking for the next bad thing to happen, never focusing on the positive things that can happen if they just stayed focused. People more geared towards gossiping or just fishing around on social media than focusing on income producing activities, things that are going to help you to earn an income online. It's just so much stuff to just throw you off your A game, right? It's almost like you could be having a great day, right? You wake up in the morning, you had your coffee, the kids is in school, you're feeling great. Everything is just, you got money in your pocket, right? And then you get to work and that coworker that's there, she can't wait to ruin your day. Can't wait. And what happens? It just throws off your A game. Now that coworker said whatever they said to piss you off, and then you find yourself talking about it for the next 2 weeks, right? It's just a way to just throw you off your A game. There's so much of that same thing in the online space, but it's worse than at a job, because there's so many things out there that can just allow you to go left when you know you should be going right, right? You're going, you're focused, and then this opportunity shows up in your inbox. You're focused, then here's this old sponsor bringing to you another opportunity. You're focused, you get some extra money, you throw it in a new program. You're focused, but then you're really not focused. I mean, it's just the same thing. So you have to think about it like that. When you are on a straight and narrow path and you're focusing on one thing, you need to stay focused, because all of this jumping around to end back up in the same place 6 months later, you just wasted 6 months. And that's what's happening. People leaving SSM because they went and saw something else that seems easier, and they're going to make a return on investment of 400%. And it's going to happen in the next 2 weeks. And the moment it doesn't happen, they're discouraged. They dropped out of that program. They waited a little bit, and then they're back to SSM again. You just wasted time. And I know this is happening. I'm not talking about something that's not happening. This is happening right now. Right now, today, yesterday, the day before yesterday. Because people always think that the grass is greener on the other side. And it's not always the case. Or you want something that's easier. You want an easy way out. It's not. It's no such thing. It's no such thing. Like I used to say this a lot when I was 2-3 years ago. I used to say this a lot because it came to me. I don't remember how, but I remember somebody saying to me, Amanda, you got to really think about it. If it was that simple and easy, there would not be people working at fast food restaurants. If it was that simple, everybody would be online. We wouldn't have people cashiers, and we wouldn't have people working at restaurants. They just wouldn't do it. If it was that easy, if it was that simple. So I'm saying this to let you know that if it's something that you have to work for and earn to earn it, you got to work for it, it's something that you want to keep and hold on to. If it comes too easy, you don't want it, because as easy as it comes is as easy as it could be taken away from you. You want to learn the basics. You want to apply what you learn consistently. You want to get the value, the knowledge, you want to get all of that good stuff and run with it. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to get nobody, I'm not trying to do a get rich quick overnight. There's no such thing. I'm not here to give people unrealistic expectations. I'm not trying to sell you on a dream, right? I let people know straight from the beginning, if you're not ready to work, do not join the opportunity. And I'm not just saying that for SSM, that's for any opportunity, because anything that you do online is going to take some type of work. You're going to have to build up your knowledge. You're going to have to make mistakes, and you're going to have to be willing to get back up. That's what it takes. So if you're one of those type of people that as soon as you feel a little bit of pressure is busting the pipe, this is not the space for you. Because the 3% out there that has made it in this space, they have went through some stuff. And I'm not just talking about learning the business. They've also mentally went through some stuff. Their mindset. That's what got them to where they're at now. Every time I speak to another 6-figure earner, I've even spoken to some 7-figure earners. They all said it started off with the mindset. They had to get their mind right. And I see why, because there's so much stuff out there that can throw you off your A game. People can't wait. And One of the things you guys probably don't know, and I'm going to share with you today, there's over hundreds of opportunities that come out on a monthly basis. Hundreds. If you don't believe me, go on JVZoo, go on ClickBank. I'm not making this up. Go on Warrior Plus. Hundreds of opportunities on a monthly basis that come out. So that goes to show you how quickly and easily you could fall into a trap, because there's so much stuff out there on the web. Think about how many lists you're subscribed to if you go into your email list. So what you want to do is you want to take the time to master and get as much knowledge and apply what you learn. SSM has a step-by-step blueprint, step-by-step, more than enough training, more than enough training. The opportunity for you to build a business the right way, a community. We have live trainings, live webinars. We have a Telegram chat and Facebook group. We have traffic. We teach you how to get your own organic traffic, how to do it fast. This isn't something that we do and it takes years to start working. People are coming to me almost every day. Amanda, I cannot believe this. I can't believe this. It's happening. I can't believe I didn't know this. I can't believe I didn't understand this. Why no one ever told me this? Because we talk about the things that the marketing gurus is not going to tell you. Why? Because all they're looking for is the next dollar. So when you get back to the person that invited you to this webinar and you get more information, ask questions, look at the link, look at the different packages we have. Be willing to get into an opportunity and learn something and educate yourself. And not only that, apply what you learn, because that's what's going to help you to start to understand why you do certain things and why you don't do certain things. It's really that simple. Sometimes you have to be willing to also get outside of your comfort zone. That's another part of the business. Just about everybody's at a job where they're doing something that they don't want to do, but you do it anyway because you want to get paid, right? So as an example, when I used to clean buildings for a living, I used to do commercial cleaning. I used to hate doing the bathrooms, but I knew I had to do the bathrooms in order to get paid, right? I couldn't just do the entire building and skip the bathrooms. I used to hate the bathrooms because I never knew what to expect. So it was like I had to walk through the door to go into the bathroom. In my mind, I already had an image of, oh my gosh, I can't believe this, right? I had to get out of my comfort zone in order to just go into the bathroom and get it done. So I found ways to make myself comfortable enough to go in there and get the job done, even though it was extremely uncomfortable to do. I hate bathrooms. So if you're able to do certain things at your job that you don't like, or go into a job every day that you hate, you can get a little bit uncomfortable to build a business, a billion-dollar business, billion-dollar industry, and get a little piece of the pie from a billion-dollar industry. And when I'm talking about a little piece, I'm talking about making anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 a month easy. That's a little piece of the pie. So think about how every day you may be uncomfortable with the money you make, your coworker, your boss, the job that you have to do, maybe a piece of the job that you have to do, but you're doing it because you know you need to support your children. You know you need to pay your rent, right? The same thing is within the online space. There's going to be some things that you don't want to do. But if you want to build your business, you don't have to work for somebody. You don't want to have to punch a clock, have somebody telling you when to go to lunch, when to come back from lunch, writing you up, suspending you, or giving you a pink slip because they want to replace you with somebody else that could do a better job. you have to get a little bit uncomfortable. That's it. That's it. There's no other way that I can explain it. It's just up to you where you're at within your journey, where you want to be, and the chances that you're willing to take. Because you can absolutely come into this industry and do absolutely nothing. We have a lot of those. Or you could be the type of person that says, look, I'm going to take this, every piece of it, and I'm going to grow my business, and I'm going to learn the basics, and I'm going to apply myself consistently until I start seeing something. And then you'll be so happy when you get your first $50, your first $125, your first $250, your first $500, your first $1,000. It's life-changing. I'll say it again. It took me over 70 days to make my first $1,000, my first $1,000 day. It was life-changing. It happened once within 90 days, but it was life-changing because then I started getting little bits here and there, and it started adding up quickly. I would wake up to $50, then $7, and then $100, and then $150, and then 50 again, and then 500, and then back down to 7. And it was just so, it was like a breath of fresh air, because I'm like, dang, if I could do this a little bit here and there, this can actually grow into something. It's nothing like it. But if you're the type of person, you start today, you stop tomorrow, you're here, there, you're there, here, you're there, you're here, you're upstairs, you're down, you're around a corner. One day you're Jamaican, the next day you're Italian, the next day you're this, next day, like you're putting food a little bit here, a little bit there, doing your business like that. Guess what? You have nothing to show for it because you're all over the place. So you have to make a commitment. You have to have, it has to be a mind made up. A mind made up. We have so many, and this is another thing I want to talk about. We have so many followers in the industry. Everybody's a follower. When do you become the leader? Stop always believing everything you hear. Stop always trusting everybody. Stop always following behind somebody else. When do you become the leader and then have people following you instead of you always following someone else? Oh, this person said that. Oh, this person said to do this. This person was saying this. This person, everybody said something. And you're working with everybody that had something to say. When do you become the leader and have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 people following you? Really think about that. Right now in the industry, I don't care if you've been in the last 2 years, 5 years, or 10 years. Can you honestly say that you've done enough to be recognized as the leader to any of the people that have joined you? If you can't say that, you have work to do. Because if you got too many people you're following and not enough people following you, you'll never make the money that you want to make in order to produce a full-time income. It's not possible when you are the follower all the time. You can't make up your own mind without always asking somebody, oh, well, what is it that you're doing? Or what is it that you're spending? Or what is it that, and you're doing that with everyone. That doesn't make you the leader. The leader is when you have a mind made up and now you can help other people make up their mind. That's when it matters. We don't have enough of those. That's why SSM was built, to create more leaders in the industry, because we have way too many followers and not enough leaders. Way too many. So what I want people to really think about is, do I have what it takes, or am I willing to do what it takes? And if you can answer yes to either one of those questions, you have a chance. Nobody's going to do the work for you. Nobody's going to hold your hand and pat your back. We're all adults. We have a system. We have trainings. We have the knowledge. All you have to do is be willing to take the chance to do the things that you need to do and do them consistently. That's it. Once you do that, it works. It just works. And you have to trust the process. You can't get halfway through the process and, oh gosh, I can't do this anymore. I'm gonna tell you guys a quick story and then I'm gonna get off. I had a lady that got into the opportunity. This is a real true story, guys. These are true stories. I just don't say the names, okay? I don't say the names. But I had a lady get into the opportunity. She was so excited. She came in as a bronze. She's so excited, reaching out to me, so excited. She upgraded to gold. So excited, had her first sign up. She got paid from traffic and had a sign up. She's so excited. She said, Amanda, you know what? I'm moving right up to diamond. I can't take it. I just need to be right at the top. I'm ready to change. This is like the best experience. I look up to you. I want to be able to help people just like you. She was, oh my gosh. In the Facebook group, always in the group, always encouraging, motivating, just all in it. Not even 4 weeks into the program, already hit over $1,000 in payouts. $1,000 between her traffic, her organic traffic, and paid traffic. She was bringing in like a 1 or 2 people every day, like her second to third week into the program. Amanda, the training is unbelievable. What happens 5 weeks in? She has a breakdown. Okay? I don't know where it came from. I have no clue. I don't know what goes on in people's heads. I don't know the conversations they have. I don't know. She reaches out to a success coach. I'm feeling something about this program isn't right. I don't know what it is. I just need somebody to talk to. No problem. We're here. What do you need? Well, there's some things about the program I need to understand because I heard, right? Here comes the follower mentality. Because I heard, right? Nobody wants to talk about where they heard from. I just want to talk about what I heard, that this and that was going on. It was just a whole bunch of different stuff. Got on the phone, she's boo crying. Man, you would have thought that she lost, like a tragic thing happened. She's crying, she's hysterical. And we're trying to calm her down. We want to help her. What is really the issue? So, you know what she says? You know what? I really looked up to you and I really don't feel comfortable about the decisions made. I want a refund. Okay, you know what? No problem. You haven't been in that long. I wish you the best of luck, but we don't want this type of energy. What's happening right now is not right, right? Sometimes things like this happen where it's just not a match made in heaven, right? You know what's so bad about this whole situation? Not even 3 days later, she had somebody come in under her and upgrade to the top level. She's no longer in the program. I've seen this late, and guys, honest truth, okay? I've seen this lady have about 6 signups since she's been gone and cannot get paid on none of them. Because of a really irrational decision that she made based off of something someone else said. She lost out on the money. Not only that, the people that came in under her are still in the program and have upgraded. I want to say I've seen her name in like 2 to 3 weeks after she left actually pop up in the system at least 6 times, her affiliate link. And this is why I'm having this conversation, because this is what happens when there's not enough leaders in the industry. This is exactly what happens. How you mess up such a good thing like that in a blink of an eye? Wasn't even a program for 6 weeks. Made over $1,000 in your first 4 weeks and find a way to self-sabotage. How does that happen? And I'm sharing this story because this is something that is so familiar in the industry. People making rational decisions when nothing's wrong. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. It's not worth it. What we have is evergreen. You can take it wherever you go. You can use it for any online work from home, make money business opportunity. You can use it to teach people how to run traffic to any opportunity. It's evergreen. So don't get caught up on the naysayers or the people who are all over the place. Think about who you're getting advice from. Is that person doing better than you? Have that person been in the industry enough to teach you something? People are looking to people for information that they're not even educated about the space. As an example, and this is just an example, Jennifer, if you reached out to Antonio as an example, and Antonio has been in the space for 3 years and have made under $500 in the space, what can he possibly give to you to help you to be successful in the online space? Some of you guys are not even thinking about that. You're taking advice from people who haven't even made a dime in a space, or they're not even making 5 figures or 4 figures in a space in a month. And these are the people that you're allowing to give you feedback, suggestions, and opinions about the online space and about an opportunity. How is that possible? Are you guys really thinking about that? What can that person really do for you? That's like somebody going to school to be a doctor and they taking advice and opinions from somebody in their family that's working in a fast food restaurant as a cashier. Come on, people. The two don't mix. The two don't mix. That's why I always talk about energy, mindset, community support. You cannot be positive and you're getting feedback and energy from a negative person. The two don't mix. It's like putting water and oil together. They will never mix. The oil always sits on top of the water. You can't never, I don't care how much you take that spoon and you go like this, the two will never mix. So I'm saying this and I'm going to leave you with this. If you are taking advice and opinions from someone that is all over the place, they haven't made really any money in the industry, they don't have the knowledge, you can tell. They can't really help you. They just want to make money off of you. You do not need to be affiliated with that person, not for business. Maybe to have a drink, maybe to go to a party, maybe to gossip with, but not to do business with. And I learned that the hard way. I had friends over the years that I wanted to do business with, but they didn't have the same mindset and they didn't want to journey with me because they weren't there yet. Yes, you can still be my friend, but no, you cannot be my business partner. We are not on the same page. And nothing's wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it. But you have to be able to see the difference between the two and make that decision. Don't be a follower. So I'm going to leave you with that. Guys, if you want more information, if you want to get into the trainings, you want to see what we discuss, you want to get the price points on the program, you want to learn more about the opportunity, all you have to do is get back to the person that invited you and they will be able to assist you. Stay blessed, stay inspired. We will be back next week, Wednesday. I'll do a presentation, I promise, next week. I didn't feel like a presentation today, but I love you guys. Make sure to finish out the week really thinking about what you want to do, inspiring others, really changing your mindset and getting into something, a business that will change your life. It will change your life. That's all I can say. So thanks a lot for coming on tonight. For those who are new, I'm happy that you were here. All SSM members, Please get into the Telegram chat. Let them know what they missed. Get into the Facebook group. Hey guys, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next week. Have a good night.